Hey everybody, Brian Zane here with my predictions for AEW's Full Gear pay-per-view happening this Saturday night, beginning with the match pitting Orange Cassidy and the Dark Order's John Silver. It is clear here that this match is going to be Orange Cassidy's time to shine. I'm pretty sure he's going to win here. I like what I've seen of John Silver on Dynamite, but I think we see a lot more of his personality not on Dynamite, like on Dark, and mostly on being the Elite. I think that's where he's really had time to shine from what I've been able to see. But yeah, I'd love to see more of that personality on Dynamite right now. It's a great shot for him to get that kind of pay-per-view payday, you know, not being part of a team effort, like being a solo guy. Should be pretty good, but I think Orange is going to win here. Well, Matt Hardy famously said he will not die, and apparently neither will this feud with him and Sammy Guevara. These two are going to be in the Elite Deletion match on Full Gear. Not sure what this match is going to entail. Will it be a cinematic match? Will Matt explore the broken side of his personality again? I mean, all I'll say is their match at All Out, you know, that was probably one of the worst points of AEW's year in existence was that whole match and how they handled everything after Matt's really scary fall off the hydraulic lift and onto the floor. That was a real big boondoggle, and I think this is their chance to right what was the wrong from that show at All Out and have a proper, like, drawn out match. Hopefully they won't kill each other this time or come close to it, and hopefully Matt Hardy will win this thing, putting the final kind of definitive stamp on this angle, the proper conclusion that they kind of, I'm sure they wanted it All Out, this artificially inflated storyline, artificially lengthened, but here I think Matt is going to win here. MJF takes on Chris Jericho, and if MJF wins, he gets to join the Inner Circle. Honestly, I think it's kind of a toss-up for me how this could go. It could go one of two very different ways. I think either Jericho keeps doing what he's been doing and kind of puts the younger talent over, MJF wins, joins the group, and then that can go a lot of different ways. Or I could also see the possibility of MJF and Wardlow having some kind of miscommunication, costing MJF the match, and building up more of the tension between those two guys, because they've been definitely planting seeds for an inevitable breakup with them for, feels like, months at this point. So it's kind of a toss-up. I mean, I'm going to go with my gut here. I'm going to say MJF wins and he joins the group because I think there's a lot more potential with that storyline of MJF infiltrating the group, and there's already two different camps as to whether they even want him in the group. So building some kind of dissension from there, and who knows where the Inner Circle goes from there. But I think that is the more likely option, in my opinion. In a rematch from All Out, the AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida defends the title against the woman she beat for it, Nyla Rose, who's accompanied now by Vicky Guerrero. You know, as far as I feel about Shida as Women's Champion, it started out very promising, but I feel lately it's kind of fallen into that Riho territory where it's like she's never on Dynamite, or if she is, she's sitting in the front row in the crowd, like not really being utilized. It feels very underrepresented, not just the championship, but the entire women's division on their flagship show, Dynamite. And to make matters worse, now they're really trying to do this hard push for the NWA Women's title with Serena Deeb winning it. Even though that's going to be on the buy-in, I think it's like there's such focus on that right now. It's like the AEW Women's title has been kind of a backseat thing. So I'm not saying Nyla Rose winning the belt is going to make things better, but I think it might shake things up a bit and just kind of give that women's championship a bit more to kind of sink your teeth into, and maybe some more intrigue with Rose becoming a two-time women's champion. I don't know, but Nyla is my pick to win. In the tournament finals to see who will become the new #1 contender, Hangman Page takes on Kenny Omega, former tag team champions turned opponents here. This has all the makings of match of the night. I am fully prepared for these two to tear the house down. It's going to be a great contest. Curious to see what kind of story they will tell in terms of their interactions with each other and how their personalities, now that they've broken up, are going to mesh. Now they're back in as opponents. It's going to be a great match, but I do believe that Kenny Omega is going to walk away winning this thing, and where that's going to send Adam Page on his continuing seeming downward spiral, who's to say, but it's going to be a great match to get there. Cody will defend the TNT Championship against Darby Allin. These two have had quite the babyface rivalry going on for the last several months. They've had the time limit draw in their very first match last year, and ever since then, Cody's kind of had Darby's number. I believe it's going to be another great match of these two, and I think this is the time for them to finally pull the trigger on Darby Allin as a champion and really create a star. I think like he is I said from the very beginning of covering AEW, Darby Allin has like total future star written all over him, and this would be a wonderful coronation. So it's going to be a hard-fought battle, but I believe Darby's going to win here and become the new champion. FTR will defend the AEW tag titles against the Young Bucks. And the big caveat here is that the Young Bucks lose, they will never challenge for those titles again. Well, here's the thing. We already saw them do that stipulation with Cody last year against Chris Jericho. And I was all sure, oh, there's no way Cody's going to lose this thing. But he did. And that's why the TNT Championship was formed and why he became the champ for that. But I think that they're not going to do that again. I don't think they have the room to create a second set of tag team championships for the Bucks to go after here. And I can't imagine they will never win those belts. So I think it's going to be another great match, kind of like Paige and Omega has a chance to totally steal the show. It's a dream match people have wanted for literal years. I think it's going to be a great, I think they're going to deliver on that hype. I believe the Young Bucks are going to win and become the tag team champions. The fact they've held off this long on them being the champs at this point shows amazing restraint, but this is their time. And finally, in an I Quit match, Jon Moxley defends against his former friend Eddie Kingston in his first world title opportunity in his 18-year career. This one also I kind of think is kind of a coin flip, leaning more toward Moxley, but wouldn't it be something if Eddie Kingston just shocked the world and became the world champion? Like, that would be amazing. I would not hate that at all. I think it would be a good fit. I think like him being, it'd be different, you know? It's like it kind of breaks the pattern of like, oh, here's Chris Jericho. Oh, here's Jon Moxley. These two established WWE guys, these former WWE guys who have name recognition. And then let's do something real crazy here and put the belt on Eddie Kingston, you know? Like someone with a real rich history of the indies, kind of unproven, kind of a loose cannon on the microphone. That'd be awesome, I think. It'd be really different, but I don't think they're going to go there, especially because they have, I predict there's going to be so many other title changes that I don't see them taking the belt off Moxley just yet. So I think in the end, Kingston's going to have to say, I quit. It's going to be a heartbreaker, but I think Moxley's going to retain. But those are just my thoughts, folks. What do you think is going to happen this weekend at Full Gear? Let me know in the comments section below, and I will see you on the other side with my review of Full Gear happening Sunday morning. I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you next time.